man, I can visit UVA. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I love you too. My God. Okay. Let's get to work. It's cold today. Well, how about that? That was something, man. You're gonna have to prove it to them. That's the only option. You're gonna have to prove it. Nobody's gonna believe in you for you. Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody's gonna protect your dream. Nobody's gonna hold you when you fail. Nobody's gonna come pick you up and say, oh, it's okay. You're still important. There's still more for you, except for Jesus, obviously. I need to be alone. I think we're gonna have to hit Alaska again. Oh, fuck it, bro. My drifting music just came on. I love this shit. Woo! Dude, I gotta work on my language. When my parents see this, they're gonna be pissed. Oh well. It's like, how do you explain to somebody that you're just not who they think you are? How do you do that? Ugh. And how do you let go of someone's expectations? Some people are fine with just blowing up people's expectations. Other people like me, more people pleaser tendencies. And we tend to fall prey to people trying to take advantage of us. And pretty much everybody who thinks they have the right plan of action for our life. Which is a lot of people, man. Frick, I'm getting gassed right now. I don't really know where that leaves me. I'm dragging my feet today, bro. Woke up tired this morning. Hit my mobility. Had a 2-hour discussion on why my dreams are a terrible idea. Shout out to my dad, though. I appreciate that he has the open-mindedness to actually tell me to take an opportunity. Man, that's a challenge, dude. Life is a very unknown opportunity, and you operate in the unknown. And if it was absolutely certain, there wouldn't be an opportunity anymore. At least not in the definition of entrepreneurship. Everyone would have already done it. And by that point, the opportunity would be close. Fuck. Can't breathe. My shoulders get so tired from doing this. Angsty Saturday morning, bro. Man, I think we're just gonna have to go dark. Whatever we do, it's gonna be a wild one. So mom wants me to just go to college. What are expectations, man? What are people's expectations? The Bible says, "Who is man that I should fear him?" But right now, man, it does not feel like that. It's like sitting on this precipice of decision. And I'm the one that has to take the next step and reap the consequences. I used to be so angry at mom, but I realized that I misdirected my anger because sorry, inflammation got my nose all messed up. Fuck. Because at the end of the day, it's not her fault. Like, her past, yeah, it is her fault, but like, I can't blame her. So I'm not really angry at her. I understand where she's coming from. She just wants me to be safe and secure. She just doesn't want me to take risks. She just wants me to, have a wife and kids and have a job to support that. It's kind of under the assumption that that's the life that I want. My dad's a little bit more open to me experimenting and trying my own thing. But I guess the challenge comes in because the only one who can prove them wrong is me. Like, nobody else can come in and save me and be like, oh, hey, Jamie's gonna be fine. It's like I have to go out into the world and solve problems. And that's exactly what I intend to do. Although it's gonna be a bit of a messy process. Ouch, that hurt. Okay. Let's go hit that 2020 pull-ups and dips. Yeah, not the brightest start to the day. But man, sometimes the days start ugly. Sometimes it's a bad habit. Sometimes it's just hard conversations. But you can't blame the people you're in conversation with. You have to look at your life, look at yourself, and look at what you could be doing better. Because they always have a point, albeit stupid and frustrating and just like pain to deal with. Is Dad inside the garage right now? Yes, he is. Love that. He's vacuuming the garage. Okay. New plan. Record with Dad in the garage? I say we get some honey first and then we hit our pull-ups. All right. Hey, buddy. Mwah. How are you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good.
All right. Even in suffering, God is so good. And I mean that. I'm not saying that like as like the fluffy thing that your friend says, that your one Christian friend says to you when life sucks and their life is fine. And they're like, God has a plan. God will work it out. I mean, like right now, like my mom crying to me, tears in her eyes because she just has this massive heart for me, and she just cares, beyond what I could imagine caring for another human, let alone 8. We have 8 kids in my household, and me just being her little baby boy, her last one, and youngest boy, not youngest child. I'm a middle child, so don't make any assumptions. She, I came inside after my run. My little sister gave me a hug. I flipped the camera off because I just think it was the right thing to do. Some things I just don't think are to be recorded. I think they're just real life for you to go live, and you don't need anyone to validate that. And communication is such a funny thing. I'm over here thinking she doesn't believe in me. She's over here thinking, here's this wonderful kid. I just believe in this really strongly. And nobody's wrong. Just depends on the context and the values and the intentions and the goals of those people. That's the context. But I take her belief in school, her adamant belief in school, as a disbelief in my dream. May or may not be true. I don't think it is, actually. I think that's when the emotional brain gets offended. Like that part of you that's just like a little kid gets offended when we hear like differing opinion. Like our ego gets pricked and we're like, this hurts my pride. This reality check hurts my pride, but it is a reality check. And a reality check doesn't mean possibility check. It just means reality check, right? Possibility and reality are 2 different things. Possibility is it could be a reality in the future. It's potential. There's potential. There's opportunity. There is energy that it could be utilized to create this kind of reality, but it does not exist yet. And you have to believe it when you cannot see it. And I have to maintain my conviction, but I also have to maintain my love and my compassion for my parents. And I kind of lost my head a few times in that conversation, and had to get back to a level head and being a mature adult because I'm 22.
And it's like, I don't want to be screaming at my parents across the table. I think it was actually really valuable to have the camera on for that conversation, which they were not aware that I recorded. Sorry, guys. But I think it was actually a valuable insight for me, even, because I got to see how I react under pressure. Specifically that old historic pressure of the people that have known you the longest in your life, that just know all of your things, and they think they know all of you, but they also don't really know all of you. They just know the version of you inside the home, inside their immediate contact. They don't see you PTing, they don't see you working out, they don't see you journaling and writing and creating and passionate. They don't see that side of you, and so you can't expect them to just understand. Like, you have to communicate. Communicating your goals takes vulnerability, man, because you have to speak up about your dreams. And like, I don't like speaking about my dreams to people that have historically felt like oppositional to me for the past like 4 years. And so for my mom to just kind of come up and like, you know, tell me that she believes, like, and like the way that she said it, it was like, no, I really believe in you. Like, I believe in your vision. I believe in your, like, you know, your plan to do these, like, you know, to launch this community and build these products. It was just kind of a weird feeling. I was like taken aback, and I kind of looked at her like this, like I was like, what? Which is kind of sad on my part, because it's like, I wish I could have a higher assumption than like the baseline that I had, but it just was what it was. You can't blame yourself sometimes for like conditioning, but you have to take ownership yourself for how you handle conditioning, how you handle how you've consistently responded to your parents or your brothers or your friends or the circumstances that you're currently in. You have to take responsibility for how you've been dealing with that, because it's your freaking problem, man. It's nobody else's. And yeah, she told me that she believed, and that the way that she put it, man, just of being like, it just kind of helped me understand moms, because like they just have these big hearts for their kids, and they just don't want to see you like starve, because you're just their little baby to them. Like, you're their child. And like, especially for men or like entrepreneurial men, and like if you're a dude that still lives in the household, then you totally understand what I'm talking about. Is like, the things that your parents are going to tell you is like, they just want your best. Like, they just want you to be like safe, but that's not always exactly the same thing as your vision. That takes communication to really get to bridge that gap. There's going to be that gap, and you're going to have to man up and be an adult and have an adult-ass conversation where you don't scream at each other, but you actually communicate with words and nouns and verbs and like full-on sentences and long strains of thought. You're gonna have to be patient. It's probably gonna take a few hours. Like, that was such a hard conversation. I did not want to have that. I was in such a crappy place, like hitting that run. But it kind of makes me laugh now at how like small your problems really are, because like, even for me, like how big of a problem my parents are in my head is so small in reality. It's like, I'm giving this idea of a person in my head so much power that it fuels me into this like anger and frustration, when that's not even who they really are. And like I said before, like, I'm not angry at my mom, because it's not like she's trying to bring me down. She just wants me like to kind of find my way, and she has a idea based on her experience and her history of what that should look like. You know, she said, I want you to have this. I want you to have this dream. I just want you to have this too, aka college. And you know, I just laughed and I said, I know. And I just kind of left it at that. And I was like, I get it. Like, I understand. And that wasn't like I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, because the decision hasn't been made, and there's still another argument to be had for another time. And right now it's like, it was just a weird conversation, because I started this as like, my parents don't believe in me, I hate them, oh my God, to like, actually, they do believe in me. And I know not everybody is gifted to have parents that believe in you, or parents that communicate their belief in you and challenge you to the point where you really feel that belief. Because like, my belief is like, this isn't even a belief, it's just a fact. Parents believe in your potential as much as they push it and challenge it. And I love my dad for that because he's always challenged me the most in specific ways. My mom's challenged me in other ways, like how to treat women and dinner table manners and not being a slob and using correct pronunciation and enunciation, just like all those like little things of manners of just being a refined person. And oftentimes we like poo-poo on that, like, oh, my Christian conservative military parents, come from the higher education background, they live in this bubble. And it's like, yeah, it's true that like, yeah, every society is a bubble, but like it's also false to say that that bubble is bad inherently, that bubble is bad and that they're wrong. Like their definition of success is wrong. It's their definition of success, man. Everybody has their own definition of success, right? It's like, I think it's funny that I used to go from that into thinking like, oh, these people are so wrong and delusional and like screw this society. And I still am like, I know it's a society and I don't feel the need to conform, but I also don't feel offended by that society in this insecure way of like, oh, I need to go, stand up to these people. I need to go like make sure they know that I don't fuck with them or whatever. It's just like, I'm not like that anymore because at the end of the day, it's like, it's a system and there's a reason for them caring about it because it produces kind of a guaranteed certain outcome of like, you're gonna have a 6-figure job and you're gonna have, and I'm saying like, this is from the military conservative Christian family universe that I come from, which is a very specific thing that, like, I know there's some guys out there that know what I'm talking about. Like they just know. Like that's not a bad route. It might not be your route, but like it's also not false. And I think it's important for us to like understand that every society you have to actually integrate into any society in order to be successful and see beyond your own immediate impulses and into the needs of the group to actually, because that's how you become successful. Like that is what it is. And I just think it's really funny because like my mom and my dad are just trying to help me integrate. They're just trying to integrate me into a mold in a universe that is not exactly my mold, but I think they actually also have like a hybrid approach because they're also like, look, man, go to college, pursue your entrepreneurial path, but please just go to college and we'll pay for it. I'm like, is that really so bad? Like, I'm pretty lucky, man, because there's a lot of people who don't have parents that will pay for their college or people that will just, force college down their throat at a whole nother level. So I think it's like, you always have to have perspective because somebody always has it quote unquote better than you or quote unquote worse than you. There's always someone with more money. There's always someone with more privilege or less money and less privilege and less support. And I don't know, everyone has a plethora of things. I had 7 siblings, so my definition of supportive childhood was different than the average child's supportive childhood because, dude, you split the attention of your parents by like more than double the average size of a family. So those are just things to be aware of. I don't know why I'm yapping about all this right now, but I just need to get all of that out of my system because it's tough, and you have to process, and men don't process with each other enough. But my goal with my dad this year was to communicate more and to just be real with him and to have these like hard conversations with him and just to be upfront and be like a real man with him. And we've started that off, man, even on day 4. Damn, it's only day 4. Woo! We still got like 25 days to go, baby. I can see that in him and I respect it because it's just like, it comes from a place of love, and I think if you can understand where people are coming from, it's gonna help your relationships a lot. Because most of the time, they're not trying to bring you down. They just come from a massive place of compassion. So, they have an idea for what you're supposed to do. So, I don't blame my mom for having an idea that I should go to school. Like, almost just broke that. What a day, man. Trying to warm up here as I'm actually freezing. Tell you what, man, the raw honey grind is real. It is magical. All right, let's get this thing done. ambient sad music for the win. Does anyone else feel me on that? I listen to ambient music all the time, like ambient sad vibes, and they're just the best. Something about it, dude. Something about that. Oh man, my ankle is messed up. Hey, Dad. I'm good. My ankle's a little mad at me, but we're good. Yeah, all right. Let's knock it out. Oh, Dad's doing a whole garage cleanup. I think I might have to help him with that. But honestly, I gotta just get this thing done. What's up? You want a hand?
The door's open because I'm transporting stuff.
Can I help you?
Yeah, if you want.
Cool. That's what's going through my head, man. Tired of doing this. Tired of doing all of it. But we get it done anyways. Squat day. Oh, this can be a good one. Did you enjoy the PRT? No?
I endured it.
Did you have a good run time? I bet. Must have been a really nice stretch. No, it's just a meme that Micah showed to me one time. Training day complete.
help Dad with the garage there for just a second, but it's just becoming more clear to me that what this is really about isn't even like PT. It's really about just like becoming a mature person who can handle life's crap. Sorry, my shirt's so freaking dirty. I don't know why. It's like I was just working out and it got all nasty. The goal is becoming someone who can just handle life, man. And becoming a capable person who can do things when they say they're going to do them and follow through and execute and handle challenges and setbacks because they're going to come along the way as well. So I know this is a bit of an awkward day, but training's complete, so I'm going to shut off here. Going to get some work done and hit the fuel and then hit the foundational lift as well. So I hope this one served you today. I know it's a little bit weird, but you know, we're having a good time. So we're going to be all right, man. Everything is going to be all right. The plan is to win. All right. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Day 4 complete. Righteous Grind.